Williams and Roxanne Perez for the NXT World Champions. Let's see what else. Simon said thank you, Roman. NXT and Raw on top. SmackDown needs to step up. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, SmackDown's not been bad, Tyler. They ain't been bad. They had some rough weeks, but Raw had some rough weeks too. Raw just got better too. So let's keep that in mind. But I kind of see where you're going at some point. Some SmackDown stuff to be like, But other than that, SmackDown's still solid as a whole. They just try and get all the storylines out together, try and get all, everything, make sure everything's smooth. But other than that, let's get back to the bonus round. The bonus round be who's challenging respective champions, Trick and Roxanne. We know both of these two were defending their championships at NXT Battleground, which they did on Battleground. Trick defeated Ethan Page to retain his championship. Roxanne defeated Jordynne, Grace stated earlier, to retain her championship. So we're going to go down the list of each one. First, let's talk about Miss Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez, this is her second run with the NXT Women's Championship. So thing about it is, who's going to challenge her next? I know that, she's been quite the great heel. I like her character. I do like her character. And she's been on the tear since she won it at NXT Stand Deliver. She defeated Lyra Valkyria, the previous champion, made her tap out. And thing about it is she's been doing her thing. She defeated Lyra Valkyria. She defeated I think she just defeated Jordynne. But she really needs a real good competitor. She needs a good competitor. And thing about Roxanne, she's not a slouch. She's been trained by thing about it is not only Roxanne a great champion, she puts on good matches. I know she's not the most smoothest in the ring, but she tries her best, and I got to give her credit. She does try. She definitely tries. Thing about it is, guys, when she do try, she puts on a great performance. I can't take that from Roxanne, but thing about it is, if we want Roxanne to continue to have a great run with the championship and have this great, prestige that she wants to bring, not only she defeated regular WWE stars of NXT, she's definitely defeated ones that are on now the Forbidden Door with Jordynne Grace, who was the TNA Women's Champion. So, like I said, she's definitely on a good run, but I want her to stay on a good run for that matter. I definitely want her to stay on a good run. So, the thing about it is, if we're going to continue that, she has to be doing her thing and be a great, great champion, because the last thing we want from Roxanne Perez to have a stale championship, despite that she's a heel, despite she's doing her thing, despite everything. That's what we don't want from Roxanne Perez. So the thing about it is, we're looking at, it looks like, that's what it looks like. It looks like they're going to have the way I see it, a good three, maybe a four-way for the title. It's going to be a four-way for the title. That's what it's looking like right now, because we saw that last night. We saw that last night between, herself and, other people. We saw that. We saw that she's going to eventually have that. It will be a four-way match. I believe that's how it's going to go down. So I think that when she does have a four-way match, this is really going to challenge Roxanne and, test her. Is she really the great champion that she should be? Is she really the elite women's champion of the NXT brand? Because NXT now, especially now, this is no slouch. There's a lot of competition on the roster. A lot of competition on the roster for Roxanne. And she really has to step it up if she wants to be the champion that she claims she is. She's gonna have to defend it against everybody and anybody at all given costs. There's no other way around that for that matter. Because she's gonna be tested, she's gonna be challenged, whether she likes it or not. She's gonna be tested. That's the only way you're gonna test a real champion. And when you do that, you put them in tight situations. There's no other way around that. And the thing about it is, Roxanne, she cuts these promos. That's the only thing that's getting a little tired, Roxanne. She cuts these promos saying she could do this, she could do that, she do this, do that. She's going to really be tested now, especially after defeating Jordynne Grace. People are going to expect higher standards out of her. They're going to expect that for her. So she's going to have to step it up if she wants to become and stay, well, not become, she already is, but to remain the NXT Women's Champion. That's the only way that's going to work for that matter. That's the only way I will see it working, period. Because if you don't step up, you're going to be looked at as, oh, it's luck, you're a slouch, yada, 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 etc., etc., etc. And what do I mean by where she should be tested and challenged the most? Where it's all on the line, when it's basically you put all your chips on it and you have to bet on yourself, and whether you sink or swim, you have to prove that. And I think the best way to do that is going to be a four-way match, as I stated, and it's going to be against these three women, as we saw on NXT. It's going to be the likes of Lash Legend. It's going to be the likes of JC Jane and also Lola Vice. That's what I think it's coming down to. These are going to be her next challengers, and I think it's going to be a four-way match. That's where I see it's going down. That's how she's going to get challenged. Because that's the only way I can see Roxanne being challenged as a proper champion in a proper build. That's the only way that will go down, and the only way she could be, if she could defeat all three of them in one match, that's going to really step her up, her value as champion a little bit more and a little bit higher. So that's the way I can see it going down. It's not a bad scenario, but that's how I would see it, though. I wouldn't see it any other way for Roxanne being the champion. And it's not a bad thing. But Roxanne's going to really have to step it up, whether she likes it or not. Now, the thing about it is, we could say, too, she may sneak out of that and sneak her way out of being, defeated, and she could still retain her title that way. We can say that, too. But what if it comes to a one-on-one match? Who is the number one person that is a serious threat to Roxanne's Women's NXT Championship? Who could be the one that could, if not defeat her, possibly defeat her? Who could be that one individual? If it ain't a four-way match, one of the women could walk out champion at Heat Wave. But the thing about it is that, like I said, it can only be one person. I don't see Roxanne losing a belt that way, because she's been, catapulted in a very high light. I don't see it going down like that. I could be wrong. And again, I could be right too. But I will say this. I said this earlier, and I've been saying this for weeks now. One person I could see defeating Roxanne Perez, or at least a very good challenger, that's a serious threat. I say Lola Vice. Lola Vice could be the one to win the NXT Women's Championship off Roxanne. She could be, if not that, a very good threat, a very good challenger for that belt. I don't see why not. Lola's been looking. She's been doing her thing. She defeated Natalya in an underground match and Shayna in an underground match. She was NXT Breakout tournament. She won that already. She didn't win the championship. She's been pushed very heavily lately. She made very good feuds. She turned on Shayna. She turned on Elektra Lopez before she left for the main roster. She's been, besides Roxanne, the focus in the women's division has been a lot of eyes been turned towards Lola Vice. Then she has an MMA background. And of course, we can't forget about her caboose back there. So we know she got a body on her, no doubt about it. I definitely see her being the one to defeat Roxanne. I definitely see it here. Let's see what you guys got to say on here. Roman, SmackDown Autopilot. I'm new here. Sorry Kazim Steen, my Mount Rushmore wrestlers, Jeff Hardy, Brock Lesnar, Roman, and possibly Shelton Benjamin. Not bad picks. And Brianna's got one. Hogan, Flair, Stone Cold. Okay. Lola. Lola beats Shayna. She's next up. Yeah, she will be the next to challenge Roxanne and possibly defeat her for her championship. I could very well see Lola Vice being the new, NXT Women's Champion. She could give her Roxanne a run for her money. So I'm not down that at all. She's and it's not a bad pick. Lola's been great in there. Great in there. So I'm not taking nothing away from Roxanne as champion, because Roxanne first championship run, as I stated before, was boring, lackluster, and she lost it due to storyline. She couldn't compete, and it was a vacate. She never lost that title. But her turning heel and going to the character she's doing now, it made perfect sense of why she turned to the character she is now, because she never lost the championship the first go round. Now she's a dominant champion, but there's someone to take it off her. It's going to be Lola. Lola would take this belt off Roxanne. I don't see why she wouldn't. She's a great choice to be the next NXT Women's Champion. She's done everything she needs to do. I think she got signed back in 22, a little bit after Roxanne. Like I said, I remember when she got signed, she was on her Twitter page holding a Money in the Bank briefcase. Valerie Lozorda is her real name. But yeah, she's very solid. I didn't care for her in the ring at first, but I could tell in the amount of time when she got signed 2 years ago, she's improved and getting much better in the ring. But and in the MMA, she speaks for herself. But Roxanne, you better do your thing, because Lola Vice could be coming for you. And we saw how she stayed at your championship at the very end of the NXT recent episode. At the last still there, saw she was peeping that title. That's her title she wanted. She want that title, because if Lola, she has a very good claim to win this title. Because if she don't win this time, because she already failed at the NXT Vengeance Day, she's gonna be talking like this.
And it should have been me.
And I'll say that one more
time. And it should have been me.
Yeah, you don't want her saying it should have been her. She's gonna win. And other than that, Roxanne's going to have a lot of women lined up to challenge her for a championship. I don't see not just one person. Everybody is gunning for Roxanne. Like I said, before Lola, it's going to come to these three. We saw a preview of that on NXT already. So that's what's going to ultimately come to. So Roxanne, you better do what you got to do. If you want to keep that claim of your greatest champion, you want to keep that up as you're the top champ, you better step it up more than ever. So now that's Roxanne Perez, next challenger. Let's switch gears. We are going to go to Trick Williams. Whoop that trick. Now, Trick is a little bit different than Roxanne. Trick, this is his first time with the belt. I know he recently defeated Ethan Page. That came out of nowhere. Now with this 25-man battle royal, it's a possibility. Again, a possibility